Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So I actually got out into the craft room early this morning, and I posted on our Facebook group that we were going to be doing a fun fold tonight. So I'm super excited. I think it turned out really, really cute, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. We did have a bit of technical difficulties. I actually came out to get ready for the live probably like 6:20, 6:25. I usually come out about 6:30, so it wasn't that much earlier. But my computer literally decided to die. I have no idea why. Nothing would open. I had to reboot it like 3 times. And literally at 6:55, it finally started to work. So I typed everything in really quick. I really was scared we might have to pause our Facebook Live for another night. But thank goodness, hopefully things are working out, that it is working. Technology and me, we don't get along very well. But I do try, and that's all that matters. So if you're just logging on, say hi. Hello, Stephanie. Welcome. So today's project is using some Celebration Design Your Series paper and stamp set. We only have a couple more weeks left of this round of Celebration. The next round won't come out until July. So if you haven't gotten everything on your Celebration list, this is the time to do it. It will end February 28th, and our retreat is actually March 31st. It's a week earlier due to Easter. So if you are planning to come to the retreat, definitely get me your orders early before the 28th, and then you'll be able to kind of double dip on the retreat and the Celebration items. So if you are planning on coming, I would suggest double dipping on the free product that Stampin' Up's offering as well. Hello, Anna. Good evening. Hello, Heather. Good evening. I am going to flip you down because we have, I think, 3 cards to make tonight, and they're not hard, but they're super fun and different. So I don't want to waste any time by chit-chatting. So let me point you down, and we are going to get started. So this is the Celebration catalog. I think everybody has them, but if you don't, let me know and I can get you one in the mail. What we're going to be playing with tonight is the Friendly Hello. This is the stamp set and the free pack of Designer Series paper. So I did bring over the paper as well. I know I have a couple friends that aren't, I don't even know how to say it nice, that they're not fond of birds. And that's totally okay. You can definitely flip it over and use the other sides. And I think there's only 1 or 2 sheets that actually have the birds on them. But it is a fun, bright, cheery Designer Series paper. So this is what we're going to be playing with. Let me pull out another couple sheets. I love all of these flowers on here. And it actually has this stamp right here matches some of the flowers, so you can color them in that way as well. And we're going to be using the Hello Friend. This is one image, and I cut it because I wanted hello on the front and I wanted friend on the inside. So I cut my stamp in half. I don't know if you guys know you guys can do that. I know a lot of people kind of frown on it, but I love it. I love cutting them up. Okay, so let me get this out of the way. And let me bring in the card. Let's see. Hello. I already said hi to Stephanie, but I see you logged on again. Darlene and Jessica. Hello, everybody. Okay, so here is the card we're going to be playing with. Let me scoot you in just a tad. There we go. Hello, Jane. I just saw you pop on. So this is a card we're going to be making, and it flips over like this. So you don't have the backing that opens. This little piece opens. And I think it's a different, fun, cute little fold. And I've been doing this in class where I pop out the center piece. So it's popped out of the Designer Series paper. And it's the black underneath it, the basic black. So let's get started. Let's start with the pool party one. So I am going to cut out this bird, and I did put the measurements in, but I'll go over them really quick with you. So this is a piece of our basic white, and it measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this is just our normal card base, but it's not double. So it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's not scored anywhere. We have a piece of designer series paper that's 4 by 5 1/4. We have another piece of basic white. This is 3 inches by 4 1/4, and it's actually a smidgen smaller on both sides. Literally probably 1/8 of an inch, and I'll show you why in a few minutes. This is our card flap, per se. I don't really know what it's called, but this piece is measured 3 3/4 by 4 1/2, and I scored it right at the 1/2 inch mark on the 3 3/4 side. And then another piece of designer series paper that's 3 by 5 1/4. I know lots of measurements. I totally apologize, but it is a super duper cute card. Okay, so let's start with this piece of designer series paper. We are going to take our 2-inch circle punch. If you still have your punches, definitely use them. If you don't, you can always use our circle dies as well. So I'm just going to slide this in, and I want to keep most of the bird, but I'm going to cut a little bit of the leaf off, and we're going to punch that out. So I'm starting with the 2-inch circle punch, and this piece we're going to be using as well. And then I'm going to come in with the 2 1/4 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to line that up, and it fits perfectly. So I'm going to punch that out as well. So now this is what we're left with. And you could flip this over and put this on the inside if you wanted to, but I want the cardstock to show through. Okay, so let's push that over to the side and bring this little layer in. It's 3 3/4 by 4 1/2, and I scored it at the 1/2 inch mark. So I am going to go ahead and fold that little piece, give that a good crease, and I want to bring in some of our tear tape. So I'm going to slide some tear and tape along the side, and I'm doing this because this is kind of our focal point, and I don't want it to come off. You could use the green glue, that would definitely work as well, but I just wanted something super sturdy. And I'm going to come in and just trim off a bit of the edge, because once we fold this down, I don't want that to poke through on the top. Okay, so there's those 2 pieces. We can actually probably go ahead and glue this together as well. Okay, so grab your green glue. We're going to put a little bit of adhesive on here. And this is going to get lined up right into the center. Perfect. So I'm going to scoot this aside to let that dry, and I'm going to bring in these 2 pieces. I'm just going to go ahead. You could use this side as well, but I think I want to use the other side of it. So I'm literally gluing this down. Nothing big and fancy on this one. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to set that aside to dry, and I'm going to bring this piece back in, and I'm going to pull a little bit of the tear tape off. I'm only taking a smidgen off for now because I want to bring in some ribbon, and I'm going to attach the ribbon to the tear tape. And usually we wrap it around, but this time we are not going to wrap it around, and we are going to grab a mini glue dots. If I can, oh, there they are right in front of me. Like, if I could find the mini glue dots, and I'm going to peel a mini glue dot off, and I'm going to come over here and just set it right on the edge. So when I put this down, it's going to attach right on the edge. I didn't want to wrap it around the designer series paper just in case it tore it a little bit. So now we have our ribbon. So we can peel the rest of this off. Bring in your card base, and we're just literally going to set this down. Look how easy this fun fold card is to put together. And now you have your card. So when we go to put our basic white piece in, you see how I remember when I trimmed these edges off, it's not going to poke out the top. And I'm just going to make sure that closes and you can't see it. Easy peasy, right? What is that saying? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy? Yuppers. So I'm going to slide this in. I'm going to tuck it all the way to the side. And I'm just going to close the lid. And now it is perfectly hidden behind. And we probably should have stamped the fronts first, in case we made a boo-boo and had to flip it over. That's why there's two sides to each piece of paper. You see, I don't know if you guys can see, but I did tell you in the beginning, I cut the friends off of the hello because I want friend on the inside and I want hello on the outside. So I'm going to stamp this right there. Perfection. And then I have a piece of scrap. It's a smidgen under 3/4 of an inch, and the length doesn't matter because we're just going to trim this off. So I'm going to stamp the hello, or I'm going to ink up the hello and stamp it. Perfection. And I'm just taking my paper snips. Let me get a better grip on it because I'm a little shaky. I don't know if you're just logging on, but my computer decided to take a crap today. Oh, I don't know if I can say crap on Facebook Live. Anyway, my computer decided not to work. Finally, it started to work. Grab a couple dimensionals. And you could definitely put this over. You really can't even see the mini glue dot underneath. You could definitely put it to one side. Now let's just do that. Let's put it to one side. And let's grab a bow. We're going to change this one up a little bit. We're going to tie a quick little bow and put it on the other side. See, I wasn't even going to do this, but these are your cards. If you want to add some bling and some bows, you totally can. Trim off the edge. Grab a mini glue dots. And let's just put it right there on the side. There we go. And all we have left to do is put some dimensionals on the back side of our circle. And this card is done. I know when people hear fancy folds, they get all, not crazy, but they're like, oh, I could never do a fancy fold. And I really consider this a fancy fold, and it wasn't that difficult at all. And I'm going to try to line up the flowers a little bit. There we go. Look at how easy peasy that is. Hello, friend, right on the inside. And it is totally acceptable to cut up your stamps. If you don't want, like on Tuesday when I did the masking, you don't have to mask everything. If you want to cut it, cut it. So again, I'm going to start with the 2-inch circle punch. And I am just going to kind of line it up, just kind of eyeball it. It doesn't have to be anything perfect, so it's kind of in the center. So start with the smallest punch and then come in with your larger punch so you have that edge. So let's push these out of the way. I actually really am not 100% sure which order would be best to do this card in, so we're just going to wing it. Put your tear tape on. Don't forget to trim these little edges. I don't know if it matters dramatically, but better to be safe than sorry. Get your shrapnel out of the way. Let's add our piece to the front. I'm going to glue this down. And I think I want to bring in the glitter ribbon. So I used this glitter ribbon, I don't know, a couple weeks ago on a Facebook Live. And I don't know if you can see my finger, but I have the glitter right there. I went to take my makeup off after the live, and I had glitter on my eyebrow. I'm like, really? That is the funniest thing. I actually took a picture of it and sent it to my kids. Like Mom is styling with glitter on her eyebrows. So I did the same thing. I tucked the ribbon on one side, and then I just put a mini glue dot on the other. And I probably wouldn't recommend you using a ribbon that's going to fray. This one won't fray. Okay, let's set that aside and bring all this in. And if you really wanted to save paper, you could use the stitched rectangular square dies, or the not square, the rectangular dies. Cut it out of this because this is going to cover it. That's an option as well. Okay, so this is tone on tone, and I love it. So cute. There we go. Let's grab some let's grab some dimensionals. The glitter ribbon is amazing, Jessica. Yes. Hello, Martine. Is anyone else just logging on? Say hello. Let's see if we can figure this guy out. We might not be able to. And it's, oh, that actually might not be too bad. I don't know. We're just going to go with it. Well, let's make sure it's centered. There we go. Let's grab our basic white piece. I'm going to tuck it in here first and lay it down just to make sure I don't need to trim it a tiny bit. And let's stamp it first. Remember, do as I say, not as I do. Let's stamp it just in case we make a boo-boo. We can flip it over. Let's do friend right at the bottom. Well, that looks good. Tuck it in here and make sure it's not going to hang over. And then we can glue this one down. And look, our second card is almost done. It is kind of crazy how fast these cards really do come together. Let's grab a scrap piece so we can do hello. So has anybody else tried, or have you ever cut your stamps like I did? If you have, let me know. Was it scary? Okay, flip that over. Thank you, Darlene. Put a couple on here. And then, oh, let's not put that upside down. See, it is a little scary at first, but we get over it. There we go. There's our second one. And we didn't do any stamping or anything up in the top. I kind of just thought it was a nice, this being the focal point and the hello. And then on the inside is friends. And then here's the other one we just did. Okay, let's do one more. And I chose just to do our Mementos ink. You could definitely change up your ink colors if you wanted to. I just wanted the image to be, the lettering to be bold. So that's why I went with the Mementos. So come in. There we go. And we're just going to work backwards on this one. Heather, you should try it. It is scary at first, just like Jessica said. It is definitely scary at first, but they totally go back together. So if I want it to be one stamp again, all I have to do is line them back up and put it on the block. It's super, super easy for them to go back together. That's why I don't mind doing it. I'm not going to butcher them or anything like that, but I will cut them apart. The one that we did on Tuesday, there's pretty much no way to cut that one apart because it was a circle. Trim off these edges. There we go. Let's glue this piece down. And you could definitely do stripes on stripes and then that in the middle. Oh, possibilities are endless. This is why I like making cards. You just don't want to get glue on the inside of your circle. There we go. And I'm going to lift this up just a hair. And I'm going to bring in the, let's see, this one is pale papaya. I'm going to bring in the pale papaya ribbon. Grab another mini glue dot. I'm almost out of glue dots over here. There we go. Give that a little trim. Move all this stuff out of my way. I keep smacking it. Okay. Now, my lines are not going to match up, but that's okay. I don't think that bothers me. There we go. That is down. Let's put some mini glue dots on here. Not mini glue dots, dimensionals. Put this in the center. Oh, I did that backwards, but that's okay. Nobody's ever gonna know. It's still super cute. I think I wanted to do the other side. Oh, that's okay. Nobody but knows but you guys. Put some adhesive on the back. Lay this in there. And there we go. And all we have to do is stamp. Oh man, I didn't stamp the friends first. You guys have got to say, Sarah, stop. You forgot to stamp. But that's okay. Perfect. It still works. Do the hello. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys like these cards. There we go. And remember, Tuesday is 2/2/22. So definitely mail at least 2 cards out. And you know what else Tuesday is? It is actually Margarita Day. I asked Bo what today was, and today is, oh man, I sent it to Darlene too. Act of Kindness Day, I think today is. And there was something else for today. But Tuesday, we should have margaritas. I actually have some in the house. I could make one. We should do margaritas on Tuesday. I think that's a good idea. Since Tuesday is 2/2/22, we should have margaritas on Margarita Day. Okay, there is your guys' live. It's all using the Celebration Designer Series paper and stamp set. And even if you're not the biggest fan of birds like this one, these two don't have any birds on them. But if you like birds, you could definitely spice it up and add a bow or some bling around it, some of our diamonds. And there you go. That is your live for tonight. Hopefully you guys liked them. Let me flip you back over so I can say hello and good night. Card classes on Saturday. I think I have about 4 spots left. So if you are interested in coming, let me know. We are doing the Flowering Fields suites. They are super duper cute. Everything is prepped. Stephen actually came out and swept and mopped the craft room, so we are ready for class on Saturday. So if you are free, definitely send me a message and I will get you on the list. If you need anything, feel free to reach out. If not, I will see many of you guys on Saturday and then again on Tuesday for 2/2/22. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Okay, have a good night, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.